Hello everyone, greeting you today with Spirit of Freedom Rose. Many of the buds have already opened up. It's supposed to rain in about an hour or two with the forecast today. Earlier they said it's supposed to rain all day and all weekend, but they kept pushing it. So we'll see if it will actually rain tonight, because these roses, plants and veggies, they are very thirsty. Have not had much rain once again, but look at Spirit of Freedom. If you have seen other videos so far this year, you know that this rose has been producing a lot of buds since February. So now they start to open up. Look at that. Look how full. So full and fluffy. Aren't they beautiful? And look at this area right here. Down here, it's like so heavy because the rain has been pretty strong in the past few weeks, and the whole plant's leaning towards this side. I haven't had the time to tie and then get some of the canes to go that side yet. As you can see, the whole thing is leaning this way. So after the rain, I'm going to, this weekend, my plan is to push it back up on the other side. So right now it's leaning this way, and the plant, it's like heavy with the blooms and all that. It is fully loaded. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? This is by far the first year that I have seen these many blooms this early from Spirit of Freedom Rose. And this rose is going to be 3 years old in May of this year. And if you remember this cane right here, just a few weeks ago, they're so short, like really tiny along the main cane. They're so cute, and now look at them. Each one, the lateral shoot, this one has multiple too. That is amazing. This one also has 2. That one has 3. Oh my goodness. We are going to get a tons of blooms. And this one has 4. This one looks like something ate it. And so let me get to the back side so you can see. I don't even know where to start. So we can start this way, this side. And that one, oh my goodness. I don't even know how many blooms we have on here. A lot of blooms. This has been such an amazing spring. Getting to see these roses bloom so early. And keep in mind, I didn't prune this rose because and a few others like April Love, I didn't get to prune because they start budding so early, and I didn't want to, lose that chance of seeing the bloom. So I'll let them bloom first, and after they're done, I'll do light pruning, prune a little bit more. And this one I did prune, but very light, and I keep the canes with the buds on. That's why I get blooms this early. Ooh, I hear thunder. So exciting. My goodness, they do need water for sure. Look at that. So that's on this side. And a whole lot more on this side. The rain is coming for sure. Did I show you this already? I don't remember. But look at them again. They are beautiful. You can look at them over and over. This is the biggest, fattest. Oh my gosh, that one looks like peony, right? Looks like peony flower. So cup. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. This rose is absolutely amazing. Don't know why David Austin discontinued it. Why? There's a lot on here, and I do not spray or anything, so right now everything looks so good because it's kind of dry too. So many more. Look at that up on top, and we have another main cane over here with lateral shoots, right? And this one something added. It's okay. I still have plenty more, so you can eat that one. Just don't eat another one. And look at this angle right here. Look at that. This must be my most favorite angle. So many blooms. Oh, this is totally a dream come true after 3 years of growing roses. And I talked about this before, how when you first started, you were like, oh gosh, how many years it would take for the roses to grow and bloom. It will happen. Trust me, it will really happen for you. Just start. And time, sometimes in the beginning it can feel like forever as far as them growing, and in the first year or two you're not going to see a whole lot of blooms, but in year 3, my goodness, that's when the magic happens. And like they said with the roses, it takes at least 3 years for them to fully mature, so that magic number will get here before you know it. And I have been in your situation before. If you have just started, I know that feeling, but it will be here and it will be totally worth it. And I have a few resources on roseshouston.com that may be helpful to you. I recently put together a post on planting. If you grow roses in similar climate or in the Houston or somewhere with clay soil, that may be helpful for you. You can check out on the website, because there's more than just, you know, digging a hole and then plant your roses. There are a few factors that you have to consider prior to planting, like the sun direction, how many hours of the sun that area will get, and if that area is going to flood or not, and there's a way to test it. So you can check out that post. That post is free for you to read. And for people who need more information, like step-by-step guide on how to plant in the ground, or if you can't plant in the ground, what other options you have other than raised bed and regular pot. So the information will be on the website as well. Make sure to check that out at rosesinhouston.com. Have a monthly subscription that you can look at, or you can look at the ebook, the guidebook as well. So whatever option that will work best for you. Now that's Spirit of Freedom, and another rose that blooms profusely is this one right here, Sombreuil Climbing Rose. Look how gorgeous this rose is. My goodness, get that in the middle, that color. And this one is a few days old, starts shattering. Once it opens up, it has that blush color in the middle, and this rose smells like honey. Right now you can tell there's tons of buds, tons. I think that the rest should open up at around the same time. Look at the size and the stage of them right now. Look how awesome that would be when they all open up at the same time. So if that happens, I'll definitely do another video so that you can see how this one looks. This rose has grown. Like the first year is barely growing, or it has grown, but you wouldn't see a lot of blooms because they are working in the root, building the root system, and that's completely normal for roses. I know a lot of people like, what happened? Why I don't see any much a lot of growth on the top? Like it doesn't mean that they are not growing. It's just they are growing under the ground, that in the area that you can't see. There's a lot of growth and activities down there that we can't see, and that's the working on the root system in order to later produce these beautiful growths, the canes and the blooms later. Already have cucumber beetle. That is another bloom right there. So that's a pest. So it's here. It can fly too, which is kind of hard to get rid of them. Beautiful, smells so good. And look at this one right here. So this is an antique rose. I think it was found or bred in 1880, if I'm correct. Need to check the information again. And I bought this one from Antique Rose Emporium when I went there, I think I went there in 2021. Beautiful. I didn't plan on buying this one at all, but when I saw in real life, that's when the magic happened, when you see things in person. Just so beautiful, can't resist, right? I love that blush color in the middle, but as the bloom ages, you can see that it's fade to white, and then the shape and everything just look different. Start having black spots because these are old foliage since last year. Like I said, I have not pruned. I just removed the dead part. So after it's done blooming, I'm going to do another light pruning. So hopefully it will give me more flush this spring before we get into the summer. But look at that, the white, and then we have Spirit of Freedom there. So these two roses are both climbing roses. Both of them are huge. And I can't wait to see how they will do this summer. And since we are in this area, look at Crazy Love. You look back a few weeks ago, just naked canes, and now fully leafed out, looking great. I have elephant ears growing down there. So this kind of works out in the way because that is earth angel, right? That one is fully leafed out too. And this one I had to prune really hard, same as crazy love. Look at that, because it threw out really long canes, and elephant ears get really big. So in the summer, this area doesn't get shade in the afternoon, so this kind of help give some afternoon shade to earth angel, because there's no shade at all and it's rough on these roses during our hot Texas summer. That is double easy orange, and I have a lot of zinnias growing right here, so I'm going to move them to other locations. I do have salvia, which I moved from the raised bed, and that Silas Manor fully leafed out as well. Yeah, this year I'm spreading out salvia, and I'm glad that there are babies ones, so I don't have to buy. So these I got out from the raised bed to attract more bees. And we have wheat again, nothing new. And if you follow me on Instagram, I share about growing native Texas flowers. I don't even remember what's this one called, so I bought like a few. So this one is supposed to have purple flowers, and there's one that has purple and white. This one, the plan is for it to spread to be like ground cover, and hopefully if that works out, then we'll have them cover the ground so I don't have to pull weeds. So we'll see how that plan will, pan out. That will work. That's what I have in mind, because pulling weeds here is not very fun, and weeds are like so crazy, so might as well just have like ground cover plants and flowers instead, right? And I bought another one to plant on the other location, and I have a few here. That one is, I don't remember what it's called, but that's also like native Texas flowers. And I have basil that reseeded. I have two, 1 and 2, and I have dill over there. So I may kind of move to that side because dill and basil both can get huge. If you look at my video from last summer, I show how big the basil gets. It's like, oh my goodness, huge. Never knew that basil can get that big. It's like a bush, it's like a shrub, for real. So these are the salvias that I mentioned about. I have a few growing 3 corners in this raised bed with the roses, right? So over the years they expand, they multiply. So I moved some, like they have the baby ones like that, and I think I may have another basil over there. So I dug some and then spread throughout my yard because the bees really like the flowers, like bumblebees and carpenter bees. Look at this one, already have flowers, so beautiful. They are extremely heat loving plants. They do so well and flower profusely in the summer, pretty much from spring up to almost winter time, at least in this part of Texas. I don't know about others, but I highly recommend, especially if you like purple or blue. So from this video, it looks more purple, but in real life it's blue. That's why it's called blue salvia. Has more flowers too. And we have Evelyn over there growing nicely, and it has a bunch of black spot because when I pruned this one, I did not, did I fully defoliate this one? I don't remember. I don't think that I fully defoliate this one. So the black spots be from old foliages too that will eventually fall off. Just like April Love over there, look kind of thin because I didn't do hard pruning or removing old foliages. But Princess Charlene is looking amazing. But she's not going to stay this size for long. Right now she stay pretty low, but I bet you by April or May she's going to shoot up all the way to 5 to 6 feet tall. And I did buy another rose today, so I won't tell you yet what I end up buying, but I will in the next video. However, the 2 roses that I bought last time, Top Cream and Secrets Out, let me show you. They look pretty good. I plant one in the ground, right? So that's when I did another video and then put together the planting guide. It did have transplant chalk for a little bit because I messed up with the root area to check before I plant, but now looks great. Look at that, because last time this one is kind of wilt a little bit, but now it looks great. And my husband said that did I make the holes too close together? Not necessary. They're still about 3 feet apart, and my goal is I plant roses that have narrow growth habits, right? So if you plant roses that grow wide, then yes, they'll be too close together. But I think the other one should be pretty lean, pretty narrow too. And my goal is to fit as many roses as I can. Okay, these are still pretty far apart. I would say at least 2.5 to 3 feet apart. And another one, the Secrets Out, that I planted in bottomless pot, looking great too. I have like this here. This one I put cedar mulch on here. Beautiful color, and it smells great. So this is, oh, it still smells great. This is Secrets Out, looking beautiful. This one did have a little bit of transplant chalk as well, but it recovers nicely. Look at that, perking up next to the kale and other veggies like this. And then it has mums on this side, and it has Bordeaux on that side, collard green and Nick, both of them looking great, even though that collard green is like so massive. I had to prune heavily so that Nick will get sun. And this is fun in the sun. In the front, I have Violet Pride, which I planted last year, spring of last year. This one looking great, everything so far. Oh, Bordeaux is about to start budding now. Just a few days ago, like the foliage is all red, super red, same as Plum Perfect. so plum perfect, like, oh my goodness, so red, and now look fully leafed out. Bosco Bell's doing well. Desdemona looking good. They just need rain. Look at that. That is crazy amount of growth. And you may be wondering how's April's Love's doing. It is still going strong. Look at that. This rose. And it looks kind of bare on the canes, as I mentioned. The old foliage just fell off, like have black spots and all that from last year, from aging, from like old foliages. Look at the colors there, so vibrant. This one fade. Look at that, has different color variations in one plant, right? I thought that, okay, now the spirit of freedom is going nuts, this one would slow down. It is still going because there's still many buds, as you can see there, that will get ready to open pretty soon. Need to deadheading the rose. So for those of you who are new, and when I refer to deadheading, it means to remove the blooms. So you can do either way. You can cut your rose inside to enjoy, or if you deadhead, you do it this way, right? Grab it like that, and then use your thumbnail, put this index finger behind to support, and then you pinch that, and that's it. Or you can just prune, and this will help promote more blooms for you. The more you deadhead, remove the old blooms, the more they will make flowers for you. And so you want to do that through all season long. And I like to bring my flowers inside just to cut them, put in the vase. But sometimes when you don't have the time, by the time you come out, the blooms are already old. Then you just deadhead real quick like that. So I think this will be it for this video, everyone. I will see you in the next one. Hope you all have a lovely week. Bye.